welcome back to Reading Homestuck, the Epilogues. We got June, Arthur, and Mason here today.
The gang's all here.
Yo.
Hell yeah.
Konnichiwa.
はじめまして。よろしくお願いします。
Shit, he's Japanese.
Homestuck, Epilogue,第12話にようこそワクワクしていま
Percussive maintenance.
さあ、始めましょう。One of the funniest part, that's more Japanese than I spoke the entire time I was there.
I don't know why I found that as funny as that did.
Why you found it funny that I actually performed
percussive
percussive maintenance? Just fucking hit the thing.
It was fun. He kept speaking. It reminded me of, like, you know, when you hit a TV and it statics a bit until it comes into full view.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if Arthur said anything yet, but
He did.
yeah. I got a bit distracted by the language setting problem. Want the dubs to be synchronized, you know?
Yawning.
Fair.
Arthur permanently has subtitles on.
Yeah. That's interesting.
So.
Actually, I have subtitles because I'm epic.
Oh, sorry, forgive me, I forgot.
No, it's alright.
They do what to titles?
Yeah, I do need subtitles. Fuck.
Well, no worries about that for a good chunk of this because, you know, there's text on the screen. Speaking of which, Mason, we have elected that this is your narration page, since you were gone last time. And then we'll just...
Since I've been gone.
Continue the cycle from there, I'll do the next one.
Okay. John looks up to see Rose waving at him while hanging out the hatch of a troll cruiser. John tries to smile at her, but all he can muster is a weird, queasy expression. Rose looks glad to see him anyway. She drops to the ground when the modest cruiser comes in for a landing, followed out, regrettably, by her daughter, Vriska. Shit.
Real quick, I forgot
John flies up to greet them.
Hang on, Mason. Did you watch last episode? Because
yes,
you
I did.
Sometimes do that.
I watched it in Japan.
Okay. I
do it whenever I can.
Good, so you're not.
Yeah, I know what's happened.
The events.
I know what's happened. And I gotta say, not a fan of it.
Not a big fan of the Crocker Corp.
30 on 30.
John flies up to greet them more quickly than he would ordinarily in a situation where he wasn't trying to divert his friends and her teenage daughter's attentions away from a couple making out in a bush. He dips forward like he's going to hug Vriska to her apparent surprise.
There are a few.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
To her apparent surprise, due to his historical complete lack of desire for any physical contact to be made between them, but instead uses his momentum to spin her all the way around so that her back is facing the cursed shrubbery in the distance.
Yeah, he's right about that one. Cursed is the word for it.
Yeah, very cursed.
June, do you want to take Vriska 2, Mini Vriska? Vriska the Squeak one, as I will continue to call her. Who wants to take John? Arthur, do you want to take John or Rose?
I don't care.
Okay, third party. I also didn't care. So third party decide. Mason or June? Which one are each of us taking?
But Arthur said he'll take John, so you take Rose.
Yeah, you take Rose.
So I'm taking Rose. Arthur's on John.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Right, let me try and be able to physically do this voice. I'm not in the most sound state. I fell asleep eating a pizza and woke up at 10 to do my tutoring. So I'm a bit groggy.
I think, considering where your voice is,
Call
I think
me
we might
groggy,
actually want
Gary.
you on Rose on this one.
I'm fine either way.
Alright, I'll take John. Hey, Vriska. Did we get Hey Old Man? I forgot.
I don't think so.
Okay. Hey Vriska, hey Rose, nice to see you both.
John,
John and Rose appear equally surprised themselves when Vriska hauls him in to seal the deal with a crushing hug of her own.
Haha, jeez. Hi Vriska.
Hi, John.
This is great, just great. Hey, why don't we all just go over here to talk for like no reason at all? Haha.
Okay, that's what you want.
Oh yeah, it's the thing I want most. The view on the other side of this ship is just amazing, trust me.
Rose cocks an eyebrow at him. Behind her, the bush releases a strangled, lusty honk.
What's that? Never mind. Vriska, why don't you go help your mother with the deployments?
Ugh. I can't believe I have to actually listen to you now that we're at war.
Run along, dear.
Thankfully, Vriska heeds her mother's command and heads back to the cruiser. Rose tries to glance back toward the source of the suspicious honk, but John pulls her behind the ship, beyond audible range of the activity taking place in the offensive bush. Again, very appropriate word.
Yep.
On this side of the
offensive,
cruiser,
definitely.
troops are departing the hold in single file efficiency. They're all decked out in full Alternian military garb. It's the cool Tron-looking stuff with the luminescent cording that matches their blood colours. Rose is wearing it too, John notices, in black and lavender. He gives her a concerned look up and down, then holds out his hands, palms up.
So I guess this war is really happening.
Ah yeah, this is happening.
Yes. I understand that you don't want to be involved, and I respect your decision. However, I wanted to speak with you before we left.
Oh, thanks. I actually appreciate that a lot. I think I would have been pretty bummed if you went off to your potential doom without saying goodbye. Now that I think about it, that's how this all started, isn't it? You're so sick that it looked like you were dying, and I was about to leave you on a perilous mission. But now, here we are. It's almost like the circle of stupidity is complete.
Rose laughs.
Don't be ridiculous, John. Nothing is complete. There is no true ending or beginning in this scenario.
Haha, yeah.
It's just an Ouroboros of shit.
Right.
Oh.
This is real life, right? I guess reading narrative relevance into a bunch of dumb and totally random events is kind of lame and childish.
No, that isn't what I meant at all. By all means, apply narrative to our lives up until a certain point. It would have been perfectly accurate to do so, but not anymore.
Because it's not canon, right?
Do you remember what I told you years ago about the 3 pillars of canon?
John strokes his chin and thinks very hard on this, and maybe too long because Rose sighs and taps the bridge of his spectacles.
No is a perfectly valid answer to that question, John.
I just didn't want to make it look like I don't pay attention to your wordy philosophical babble.
Oh, I philosophically babble rather a lot. At least I used to. It would be unfair for me to expect you to retain nearly 3 decades of oblique terminal jargon regarding the metaphysics of the reality in which we inhabit.
Wow, we've known each other a long time.
Yes, we have. Well, it would be accurate to say that we both have and haven't known each other a long time. As I explained to you on the morning of that 16 years ago, there are 3 critical features of canon: essentiality, relevance, and truth.
Wait, does that mean they're 36?
Yeah. Yeah, they're like in their mid-30s, yeah, rough, give or take.
Yeah. No, wait, would it be 36 or 46?
Well, they've known each other they've known each other before they were
years.
16.
I know, yeah.
It's a matter of, from the start of this, John was 20
It's referring
at the
to the
start of this, and it's
start
been
of
16 years.
God,
since
all these
then.
time jumps are
So it
confusing.
would be 36.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm confused too, Mason.
Did I get a yeah?
Yeah.
We have been untethered from the mooring of truth for some time now, so while we, in our subjective experiences of conscious perception, feel in this moment we've known each other for a very long time, technically it's not true at all.
Contemplating the vastness of that statement makes John feel suddenly very small and sad. He shuts his eyes and runs a hand through his hair.
Oh my god, Rose. It's too early in the day for this.
Oh, I agree. Besides, that's not what I wish to speak to you about. John, look at me.
Rose wraps her narrow hands around John's arms and pulls him gently toward her. He cracks his eyes open to see her face glimmering in the late morning sun. Her eyes are glossy and bright in the gleaming light.
I want to thank you.
For what? Didn't I fuck everything up by not going to fight Lord English? It's my fault we're all living in this meaningless hell world where everyone's vaguely out of their minds and we're all about to go to war over freeing prisoners from the whipping cream camps.
Oh, whatever. The war is just as irrelevant as everything else that's happened here in the last decade and a half. I would probably say slavery might be a valid thing to be like. That's not irrelevant. We should eradicate it, but
it's more about the fact. I think other me. I'm popping in from another timeline. Hello. I think that's more. the thing is, it's more a fact that the slavery is semi-non-existent on account of the non-canonical nature of this universe, and everything within it is on the same level of.
I mean, slavery in any context
sort of,
is absolutely abhorrent. But
hello, hello.
Yes, hello, Rose. I'm Rose the Third. How goes it? In the context of this particular scenario, we're sort of hand waving it so that we can focus on the emotional. The emotional moment in the story, but I would like to make absolutely clear that slavery in any context is absolutely abhorrent and should be discouraged at all costs.
Yes, that would basically be the point I was making as well.
It's basically just everything has been.
Roses?
Oh, hello, Kanaya.
We're just discussing the irrelevancy of this particular instance of slavery on account of everything being irrelevant on a certain scale. And the relevancy has just been shunted down on every count. The slavery is the most relevant thing here, but that's still thoroughly less relevant than things in an actual canon timeline.
With all that aside, at least with the conflict, we have something to do. Something to strive for and against. Something to believe in. I'm thankful for that. More than anything, John, I'm thankful that I got a chance to be happy. Never.
Rose pauses meaningfully, as if the realization is falling into place as she says it.
Goodness. I never thought I would actually get to be happy.
Rose, you weren't happy before. When you married Kanaya, before you got sick, when we were all together.
Rose shakes her head. She brushes past John out toward the open field, away from the brewing battle. The land is so flat that it rushes out to meet the horizon uninterrupted for miles and miles. Rose is a pale flame against the brilliant haze of a perfect Earth-sea morning. John doesn't follow after her. He lets her compose herself privately with her back to him. She clasps her hands in front of her and raises her head to look at the perfectly blue sky with its perfect sun and its perfect clouds, unmarred by the dark storm brewing on the planet below.
Incomplacency of...
She corrects herself.
In the silly wizard story I wrote when I was a child, the realm most comparable to heaven existed in a state of subliminal conditionality, dependent on the incidents of the individual experiencing it, which is to say that it would cease to exist the moment you realized what it was. So, those with knowledge could never truly be happy.
Oh my god, those who know.
Those who know. Negative version.
John looks at his hands. The same hands that held Harry Anderson when he was a baby. The same hands that tore up Teresa's photograph of just a few hours ago. The same hands that remember steadying Rose on her sickbed 16 years ago, and the shaking feeling they'd awoken with that morning. A subharmonic symphony that can only be heard in the bones. All things that remain true to him. Knowledge of what came before his choice, and then after. There are things that he can't forget, that he won't forget. Is this the reason he's felt like this for so many years?
But that isn't me anymore. I'm blind against the veil of this world. And it's all ambrosia to me. I don't care if it's not true. I care even less if it's not canon. I have a beautiful wife who I love more than I thought possible, and a daughter who I'm immeasurably proud of. It can all be senseless, ephemeral noise that dissolves in the void, a whisper swept up by the wind before it's uttered. And I am still grateful to have felt this way. So, John?
Rose turns around, smiling. The smile is calm and honest. Her eyes are perfectly clear. There's no other word that could possibly do justice to her expression. She looks happy.
Thank you.
She comes forward to give him a kiss on the cheek. John wraps his arms around her shoulders, pulls her into a tight hug, and breathes in the scent of her hair. Whatever the truth of the matter is, she still feels tangible and real to him. What does it mean to be real, anyway? Around them, the first wave of bombs start to go off, bright pinpricks of light and dark that flash and flame out, leaving a nanosecond of absolute dead silence in their wake. John's laughing when they part. They're enveloped in a cloud of smoke and dirt so thick that they can barely see each other. Despite what Rose said about there being no ends or beginnings for them, it feels very final. And in that moment, he thinks he understands. Finality was always up to him. He finally decides to allow it.
Got a really, really good page. Really good. By the way, since we're on a shorter period, do you want to do the short and the long reading this episode, or do you want to just leave it?
Since we're on a bit of a time crunch, I think we might as well shunt it to the next.
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
We'll wait till we've got some clear space for it, you know? Want to give it the time it deserves.
Of course.
Okay, so obviously we got June on Frisker 2 here.
I'll take Harry Anderson.
Mason on Harry Anderson, and of course, me on narration. June, if you would get us started.
Another secret.
New York. New York City.
Tony Soprano is what it says here.
Yeah.
It's the technical thing we wrote down.
It'll we're trying it.
We're trying.
Hey, Harry Anderson, guess where I am?
What? Who is this? I can't hear you.
Vriska cups her hand around the receiver of her phone and shouts over the artillery barrage.
It's me, idiot. The hot baby. This is not working. Fuck.
I think workshop in Frisker 2.
Tony Soprano.
Tony Soprano.
It's me, idiot. The hot baby lucky enough to have gotten to second base with.
Oh, hi, Briscoe. What's up?
I implore you to guess where I am. There we go.
Based on the horrible racket in the background, I'm gonna guess the battle outside the city.
I told you my moms were gonna hook me the fuck up with a sweet military commission. I'm officially in the rebellion, sucker.
I'm watching the battle out my window right now. Are you sure it's safe for you to be out there, Vriska? I'd kind of hate it if you died before we got to third base.
Yeah, whatever. I'm basically immortal, bitch. I'm gonna breeze through here like a high money roller and sweepstakes at the blackjack table.
You should probably actually gamble once in your life before you try to make gambling metaphors, babe, because that was dire.
Excuse you, but Tavros totally snuck me into Uncle Jake's poker game last month. It was immoderately lit.
Hey, do you still hate dating Tavros?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I be?
Oh man, he's so pathetic.
Yeah, that's the point, Harry Anderson.
How do you stand kissing him? He's so weird and always mysteriously sticky for some reason. Please tell me you haven't gone to third base with him.
A girl does not kiss and tell, Harry Anderson.
I think that's Dearest.
Harry Dearest.
Harry Dearest. I propose some play on Anderson for some reason.
I
can't read.
I don't know, but
And Dearest.
Frisker typing quirk, it sometimes does that.
Okay, well, as long as you don't touch me after feeling up his weird, clammy body.
I'm not going to get a chance to feel either of you up for a while, considering I'm an important Baller?
Baller.
Yeah.
Ballin'.
She's so fucking
Harry
cringe.
Anderson, I'm fucking balling.
Brackets.
Can't get him,
so
Minos.
she's so fucking
Badass
cringe.
revolutionary
Brackets
army.
affectionate.
Oh, I asked if they could squeeze you in. They said they were just out of openings. Sorry, dude. Lol.
Do you call me just to brag? What else is going on out there?
Ugh. Who knows? Oh, your dad's here.
What? I thought he didn't want anything to do with the war.
Yeah, well, he says that, but he's here right now. My mom's saying a bunch of gay shit to him. They're hugging and reminiscing about how old and sad they are or whatever.
Ah.
What?
I really thought that my father might come see me for my birthday this year.
Well, them's the breaks, kid. Dad's a
Man, you can be
deadbeat.
such a
Fuck you.
You can be such a shitty girlfriend sometime.
Maybe I'm inspired to be a less than ideal mate split when I'm in the presence of weakness. Ever consider that?
Unbelievable.
Hey, I'm just fucking with you. Don't be such a baby about it. It's a total turn off. I'm sure your dad cares about you very much. Maybe chill out.
Yeah, whatever. He's always getting all weepy whenever I talk to him anyway. I don't think I could have taken another round of him choking back tears while apologizing to me about what happened with me and your mother, Harry. I mean, God, he's not even fucking drunk when he does this. That might actually be the most embarrassing part.
Yeah, Lamau. Now you mention it, I think he's crying right now. I think I can overhear. Wait.
He's so divorced.
He is so divorced.
He's
divorcedest man you ever did see.
He is capital D divorced, and that's both D's at the beginning and end of the word.
John divorced.
For real. Frisker stops trying to eavesdrop on John's blubbering for a moment. She's distracted by another noise. She whips her head around to detect an all too familiar sound echoing from the post-bombing silence. It's a sound that she knows from hard-won experience can mean only one thing. There's a clown nearby.
I think I hear... Gamzee?
Gamzee? My Auntie Jane's Gamzee?
Yes. What else could I mean? He's around here somewhere.
So what? I see him every day. He sucks.
So what? He's like Jane's left-hand man.
No, he's neutral, remember?
That's not how Commander Vantis sees it. He says he's a total bastard, a traitor to his kind.
Yawn.
The dust is beginning to settle around Frisker's ankles. She scans the tree line and brings all her attention to bear on the curious rhythm of noises coming from nearby, beckoning from the underbrush. She pushes towards it through the thorny shrubbery. Oh no.
There's a bounty up for his arrest. Damn. They'll probably put him in front of a tribunal if we get our hands on him.
Oh, I changed my mind. This sounds good, actually. Invite me to the execution, please?
If I could capture the high fucking priest Makara, they promote me to like third in command of the whole joint. Fuck yeah.
Well, good luck with all that. Call me if you want to hook up after the battle.
Naturally. She's
Bruh.
so cringe.
She's so cringe. Brackets.
I love
Affectionate.
I love her.
I like Frisker too. She is... Well, this is going to be funny in a second. Hang on. John's wiping away a tear with his sleeve. We'll just stick to the rolls we had before. John's wiping away a tear with his sleeve when he catches sight of Vriska innocently wandering toward the very bush that he'd abandoned Brackets Vriska to sort out her confusing exhibition of unexpected and deeply profane lust. Now that the battle is stilled, he can overhear the vile melody of the blasphemous union.
There's that noise again. I knew I wasn't imagining it. Bloody
Oh
hell,
no.
my throat.
Oh no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Wait. Wait. Vriska, wait, don't. John turns to intervene, but it's too late. Vriska pushes aside the last of the fronds, separating her from her quarry with a triumphant ha! Vriska's huge, mischievous smile freezes on her face. When her eyes pass the image to her brain, it finally makes sense of this incomprehensible jumble of grey limbs, blue and purple slop, tangled black hair and stunned faces. Her expression begins to slowly melt. It then drifts quickly from phase to phase, to one of wonder, then anguish, then finally abject horror. Oh god. Vriska and Brackets Vriska both start shrieking at a pitch John's only ever heard one time before. It was a sound that once accompanied the end of everything. A sound once heard the night a sound once heard the night he dreamt in anime.
Oh my god.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Today is not Vriska's best day. And I'm
Neither
talking
is it
about
for
both
Brackets
of them.
Vriska.
I'm talking about both Vriskas.
Oh my god.
Today is a bad day to be named Vriska.
Vriska's no good. Very bad, horrible day.
Yep, Vriska, both of them's terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. June, if you would.
While John dealt with the sight by immediately turning and walking away, and the Earth Vriska dove.
Yeah, the
And
Earth
the
Vriska
Earth
dove in.
Vriska dove into a nearby bush for safety. Vriska is contending with her predicament through willful denial. She's resolved to do everything in her power to prevent herself from thinking about the situation directly behind her. It is a situation which, if she could bear to look at it, would strike her as the precise intersection of the most humiliating moment of her existence, an unprecedented circus mishap, and a gruesome crime scene. Her attempt to ignore the unspeakable catastrophe behind her may nearly have worked, if not for the reminder provided by the many fresh bloodstains on her shirt. Not only stains of her unfamiliar cerulean hue, but others of a most unwelcome colour mingling with them. A colour she never imagined she'd see contaminating her cool and casual ensemble, and certainly not in a context like this. Her attempt to distract herself, to delay the inevitable engagement with her poor judgment, would not fly for much longer. Sooner or later she would have to turn around and confront the fact that she just kissed a very smelly clown head on. No, she doesn't want to. She won't. There's a rustle in the grass behind her as Gamzee shifts his grotesque supine length. Nope, she covers her ears. She remembers the shame and excoriation of her childhood, the fear, the pressure, and being forced to do awful things to undeserving kids, all that embarrassing effort she spent trying to emulate her ancestor. She threw every bit of herself into the role, but in recent years, reflecting on the charade has only made her cringe. And in what couldn't have been more than an hour ago, she was on the precipice of watching the glorious defeat of Lord English after unleashing a secret weapon that she went to the bother of retrieving and wielding against him. And then... no, she doesn't want to dwell on that. It was almost as bad as kissing a juggalo. Almost. But nothing can compete with this. Nothing could even come close. Yet she stands there, feeling soiled and ashamed. There's no denying it. The moment she stuck her tongue in the heinous mouth of that frisky, unwashed jester, she began jackhammering through the stubborn concrete of rock bottom like she was digging up the corpse of a mob snitch.
Hey, Brackets Vriska, my bootylicious baby bitch. Your bad bone daddy is getting to be a chilly motherfucker from this dank summer breeze. How about we get our wicked snuggle on down at this grass we just made all nasty in?
She shudders. Somehow,
Sickening.
We all do.
during her self-incriminating reverie, she managed to forget that she's not even Frisker anymore. She's now Brackets Frisker. She scans the bushes and spots her, the 16-year-old girl who'd somehow earned the right to call herself Frisker, the adopted teen of Rose and Kanaya Merriam Lalonde, the person who, for all anyone knew, might be an exact genetic double of Frisker. Not that she had any grounds to object, she missed her shot. Snatched shame from the jaws of glory and washed up on the shores of this candy-coated shithole of an approximation of what a paradise planet might look like to certain individuals. The small sob she's been stifling finally comes out. Tears cut through the oily, shiny mask of blue, purple, and mud on her face.
Hey, beautiful. Is something motherfucking the matter? We can talk all open at each other about how sad noise happened in our bosom now that we all made the sordid pledge to practice the wicked intimacy on the motherfucking regular.
Brackets Frisker nearly vomits but holds it together. She
Same.
wipes the tears off her face in a flurry of indignant motion, smearing the blood around. She looks at her hands, notices the blood, and continues cleaning her face, using her tears as a solvent and wiping the blood on her shirt.
I assume, June, do you want to take Vriska?
I can do it.
Anyone else want to take Vriska? Potentially?
All you, June.
Alright.
I can do it. I can do all
Go
of
right
this.
ahead.
Gamzee, can you just not talk? Just for a little while, so I can, I don't know, just be quiet. Final sniffle is a sort of anger. If nothing else, she's learning something about herself today. Nothing sobers her up quite like the post-amorous insubordination of a raunchy clown. It's almost like smelling salt. She sneers, revealing a fang, and spins on her heel to face him. Did you hear what I fucking said? If his infuriating exclamation was just a whiff of the smelling salt, actually looking directly at him, again, is like upending the whole barrel and pouring it all over her face. She recoils involuntarily, but regroups. Her gaze sweeps across his entire ungainly form from head to foot. He's got his head propped on one arm, elbow in the grass. His legs are crossed, his face is a disaster. One eye swollen shut, nose broken, widely smiling mouth split vertically down the lips, and hanging from his mouth is that a baby bottle? She doesn't even want to think about where he might have been concealing it all this time. What sort of milk was that? Is another question she immediately wishes she hadn't asked herself. She curls the other side of her lip to reveal both fangs now. She stomps forward, plants her left foot into the ground, and uses her right to punt the baby bottle clean out of his mouth, sending it flying several hundred yards to land just beyond a distant row of trees. The rubble nipple remains stuck in his clenched teeth. His face now coated with a good portion of the punted bottles of milk.
You just did the fucking tenor roundhouse game.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, as she should.
For real. Deserved. Ah, motherfuck, sugar puss. My nana nectar.
Brackets Frisker
I'm gonna
presses
kill
her foot down
myself.
on his chest and pins his back flush against the grass. He exhales with a startled wheeze at the sudden force. You better listen. Fucking listen up, Makara. I don't know what you may have thought this was. Whatever the fuck it was that just happened there, let me cue you in. It was nothing. Nothing happened there. Don't we understand each other, you reprehensible malodorous piece of shit? She glares down at him with an intensity that would cause any other man to wither, were he not a reeking pile of circus meat. Gamzee's expression, however, remains steadfast in its vaguely lewd sense of serenity. He simply gazes back at her, his smile slowly broadening. The milk seems to be mixing with the blood on his face, slightly lightening the tint of the purple. She hears a faint digital clicking somewhere. What is that? It seems to be coming from just behind her. She turns around. What the fuck do you think you're doing? At the end of his long, outstretched arm, his hand is working a smartphone. He's smearing blood on the screen as he's typing a text to someone. Even at a casual glance, Vriska can tell he's going to bother alternating capital and lowercase letters of text, making it take twice as long. Somehow, this makes her even more pissed off about it than if he were just broadcasting their snogging fiasco without using a typing quirk.
I got to fucking tell my number one inverter brother about all what I just got did. He and I aren't as tight as the boys we used to roll as, but he should get his kick on about what a highly unanticipated yet bitchin' piece of hot and heavy horseplay I was just made to partook.
You just made the... Why, you fucking... You're not telling Cockhead about this. You're not telling anyone, do you hear me, clown?
Lol. Motherfucking shame on me for failing to recognize up sooner for how cute you are when you're angry. Now why don't you come, I'll settle your worked up wiggler ass down here with your salty new rumpus uncles, or I can snap some motherfucking selfies, my firm yet slippery little passion peach.
Give me that.
I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna end
Thought
every
about
one
killing
of Gamzee's...
myself.
I'm gonna end every one of Gamzee's
Have
fucking
I killed you
paragraphs
first?
with what I wish he did.
She snatches the phone out of his hand, holds it from either side, and breaks it in half. She then spikes both pieces down at him, missing but causing him to flinch nonetheless. No selfies, no texts, no nothing. Which part of "you're not telling anyone" is so hard to understand? This never happened. Not a single fucking word of this is ever going to be breathed, whispered, or honked to anybody. Least of all, any insinuation that this is something I made you do. You get me, fuckface. I didn't make you do anything. You were slobbering all over my fucking foot while I was beating the shit out of you. I saw the look on your face. I saw how your cop piece was like... Okay, never mind that. I mean, once we were at... You totally... Don't even try to convince me. You went like... Ugh. Why am I talking about this? I don't need to justify myself to a disgusting, horny piece of filth like you.
Get his ass.
Gamzee's expression changes slightly. He retains his unfortunate aura of amorous placidity, but now there's a hint of sadness.
Oh no. Oh, poor guy.
Diddums.
Poor little fucking Gamzee. I don't know about all the business you said, Honey Nips. I've got a feeling that wonder in my heart, which says that maybe I've got erotically bushwhacked here. I'm so confused. I don't hardly know which way is up anymore. About my original wandings for the nasty dance we just did. Maybe the truth of the shit is more like I got the advantage taken of me.
Brackets Vriska's face contorts with rage. You son of a bitch, this was consensual. If anyone didn't consent to this horror show, it was me, retroactively.
Vriska, I got to motherfucking say, this whole experience has left a motherfucker feeling a little bit uncomfy. uncomfy, unrespected, used, and maybe also just an eensy-weensy, itty little bit unsafe. I'm gonna kill myself.
I don't care if you feel unsafe. You're a lying, disingenuous puddle of sideshow puke. I don't believe for a second that you meant any of that. The only thing that matters here is that you keep your fucking mouth shut about what we just did.
Brackets Vriska, my mean queen squeeze and borderline sexual villain. I got reasons of self-protection against your problematic hollers that I should keep the wicked shit zipped, just like you say. Tell it to me fucking straight, Turbo Tush. Do these look like loose lips to you? I'm gonna kill myself.
If Vriska were to be honest, Gamzee's swollen battered mouth was just about the most structurally incontinent feature she'd ever seen on a person. That limp, floppy maw couldn't keep a cantaloupe secure, much less a secret. She drops down and straddles him in a way that's unmistakably non-amorous, even to an extraordinarily obtuse Randy Juggalo. She puts her shaking hands around his neck and grips tight. She positions her face an inch from his hissing hot breath through her clenched teeth. No one is going to find out about this, you fucking bastard. No one will ever know, so help me God. Brackets Vriska is so furious she has no way of pinpointing the exact moment her intent stopped being intimidating him with silence and started being guaranteeing his silence forever. She knows this imposter was never a real god tier. She's always known, just like everyone else. Once he's gone, he'll be gone for good. She just needs another minute. Her grip grows tighter, and she feels the throbbing pulse beneath her hands gradually subside. His arms flail, grab at hers, clutch at her wrist. He's alarmingly strong, but this particular moment, not as strong as her. Then she lets go. His face is frozen in a repellent mask of exhibiting the perfectly undetectable difference between terror and ecstasy. He's dead.
Yeah, baby!
Ooh,
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for.
No
That's what it's all
one
about.
mourns the wicked.
Get pissed on. Actually,
Ding
don't.
dong,
You'd be
the
into
clown
that.
is dead.
Get left in the dirt alone and not interacted with in any way.
I wonder how long
Let's
it'll
get-
take for him to god tier and come back.
Probably not long knowing the epilogues, but we can celebrate the moment while it lasts.
Vriska exhales forcefully, staggers to her feet, shaking. She backs up a few steps, studying the corpse. If her body language signals any remorse or sadness, the witness in the bushes certainly can't tell.
Okay. Who wants to take Kid Vriska, Mini Vriska, from here so that we don't have June having to swap between two incredibly similar voices with the same text color back to back? Who
Or
wants to
do
take
we
the
embrace
Tony
chaos?
Soprano? It's a matter of... It's not really embracing chaos, it's embracing, like, general aggravation, really. Tony Soprano. You know what? I'll take it. Eep. Eep. I've taken the eep. I've done the eep.
Oh shit. Brackets Vriska had already forgotten about her somehow. Her stylish, dressed teen duplicate. You surely just witnessed not only the original feat of debauchery, but all the compromising activity which followed as well. Brackets Vriska would probably need to have a few words with her.
No, it's not brackets
Oh,
Vriska, it's normal.
shit.
That's normal Vriska.
Oh my god. I'm
This is what I meant!
Vriska wants
This
to put
is what
Vriska.
I meant!
Vriska stands up slowly from the brush, obviously trying not to look at the lifeless clown. She puts a hand behind her head and seems to be casting about desperately for the right thing to say during such a moment. But as soon as it's clear she's given up, Brackett's Risker doesn't blame her. She can't imagine there being anything in anybody's life that could adequately prepare them to have a snappy response ready for a situation like this.
Hey.
Sup.
Alright, Arthur.
Oh my god.
We got
I got this.
Oh, it's a long pitch.
Alright. Oh, let me get a stretch. Ah, Christ, I'm stiff.
Here we go.
The moment John caught a proper glance of Brackett's Risker and Gamzee going at it in the bushes, he was done. He simply had no further capacity to deal with any of it. Just fucked off. A few hours of aimless wandering through the sky brought him back here, to his old house. He hasn't lived here in years, but it feels exactly as it had when he'd last left. It's like no time has passed at all. John leans back in his dad's desk chair and stares at the ceiling and listens to the roar. The steady drone of weaponized airships up above has become so commonplace in everyday life that he barely notices anymore. Now he focuses, trying to pick out the individual sounds. No matter how hard he tries, he can't tell which ship belongs to which side, or how many there are. Doesn't know whether they're coming or going. Rose, Kanaya, and their daughter are probably up there somewhere by now. The washing machine chugs along in the next room. John's experienced troll blood is incredibly difficult to wash out of clothes. His t-shirt is probably going to be Risker coloured for the rest of his life. Somehow, no matter what, he always seems to end up back in this house. He's been through the medium and 2 different universes and come out of it with only a slight warping to the foundations. Everything is coated in dust. He hasn't bothered to turn any of the lights on or change any of the bulbs that have burned out the past few years. He thought he'd heard someone moving around upstairs a while ago, but he didn't get up to check. He hasn't gone off for... how long has passed?
Yeah. God, this house is rattling. Could be a wild animal up there. Could be a thief. Doesn't think he has anything he regret losing. At least not anything he hasn't already lost. His dad's study looks the same as it had the day he moved out. Figurines, jauntily hung photographs of the famous fireman, leaving a dent on the floor from the time Rose dropped his safe and a bunch of troublesome moves. He was meant to hire someone to fix it. Just never got around to it. It's a perfect room for a slow-motion existential crisis. That's what you can call what he's going through. Maybe it's not so much of a crisis as a critical cessation of his ability to give a shit. Where an hour ago he'd been feeling blissfully unburdened by a solipsistic revelation. Now the significance of everything's insignificance overwhelms him. He wishes he could find comfort in frivolity like Rose has. Is it possible for him to delude himself? If nothing matters, what's the point in doing anything? Where is he supposed to go from here? How do you figure out how to fill your time when all you have all of a meaningless eternity ahead of you? It's not sure what his brain thought he'd find an answer in this place. He swivels back and forth in his father's dusty desk chair, staring listlessly up at the featureless white expanse of the ceiling of the study. His mind runs in exhausting circles until he closes off an eye of distant sonic booms. When he's just awake, it's by a figure that looks uncomfortably like
Dad?
As John blinks away the sleep from his eyes, the man looming over him comes into focus. It's not his dad, it's Jake Crocker, who actually is his dad, but in a far more esoteric bullshit way than that used to fill the study with pipes and black licorice. John sits up straight in the chair and rubs his eyes.
Daddy, do I look like your dad?
Do I look?
Also, Arthur,
I'll take Jake.
there's Tavros Crocker in the scene
And
later, so you get to do the voice again.
Hooray!
Hooray! Jake? What are you doing here? How are you here? Did something happen with Jane?
Oh, nothing happened exactly. I just thought we'd pop in for a bit of R&R with an old pal, isn't it right, Tav?
I'm just clearing my throat, sorry.
Yeah, totally.
Jake scrunches up his face in the same way Harry Anderson does when he's lying. Across the room, Tavros Crocker fumbles his grasp on a particularly hideous fanciful harlequin. One of its pointy shoes snaps off.
Oh, cripes. Sorry, Uncle John. I'll replace it.
It's fine. It's actually just a piece of garbage.
John thinks he might still be dreaming. If his subconscious were controlling the scene, there would be a few alterations.
Aren't you cold?
I am, in fact. These old duds.
Jake snaps the elastic on his pair of red underpants. It's the only thing he's wearing.
Well, you see, Janie bought all my other clothes. She had a certain way she liked me kicked out, and well, I didn't want to bring anything that belonged to her when I left. Nothing she might miss.
You took me,
Jake winces.
and you took you.
Jake's wince deepens.
Then I dare say I made the right choice not rustling the bush in the making off with inanimate belongings department. Wouldn't want to give her any more reasons to get all retributive. She's got a lot to worry about right now. An incredibly busy woman, you know.
Over by the desk, Tavros's eyebrows have disappeared up under his bangs. Doesn't say anything. With the air of a boy who's spent all his life not saying anything.
Okay, so, I guess I'm just gonna move past the fact you're 90% naked in my house. I'm not forgetting about it. We've got to address it at some point, but I guess we can put that on the back burner for now. You trying to tell me that you left Jane?
Whew, well, when you put it like that, it sure sounds, well, I suppose that is what it looks like, isn't it? What I did, that is, that's the thing that's looking like that. Whew.
Jake is one whole wince now. And John knows he should invite him to sit down, or maybe offer him something to drink, or at least a pair of pants, but all this is another reminder of how inescapably preposterous every aspect of this reality has become.
But I guess this is the thing that's currently happening now. What exactly do you want me to do?
Well, I suppose I was hoping you might be willing to help me and we tubby out a bit here.
Help you out.
John produces a dry laugh.
That's pretty funny. I remember trying to help you out for years and you never seemed that interested back then. I'm spiteful today.
I will
Does
cook and
that.
choose violence.
Jake was apparently not expecting John's sharp tone. He flinches back like a kicked dog. Or a dog who's been kicked so many times he assumes any helping hand is a slap. All the same, John finds it hard to feel much sympathy. Who is Jake? The one standing in front of him now, anyway? Has he always been this contemptibly pathetic? Or is this too a function of this absurd, contorted reality? It's hard to be sure. Are Jake's struggles worth any more than John's guilt and emotional energy than a sim stuck in a pool without a ladder?
Look here, chap, sometimes not everything is so simple. It isn't as if I could have just walked out the door whenever I wished.
I mean, yeah, you kinda could have. Not now, but years and years ago. Back before everything got so...
Warlike and tempestuous?
I was gonna say stupid, but yeah.
Well, it's not as if Shane got like this overnight. None of this happened overnight, John. It's just like you go and take a dip in the water and everything starts out cool and fine, but then it just keeps getting hotter and hotter gradually, degree by degree. So slowly, by the time the water's boiling, you don't even realise you're being scalded alive.
That's what happens to frogs. You're not a
Yeah.
frog, bro.
You are not a frog.
Frog English.
You are not the frog.
You are not the frog!
John isn't listening to Jake anymore. He's looking at Jake's son, who's returned to going methodically through the stuff on the desk. Everything objects around, looking like he wants to shrink down into nothing. Tavros looks more like him than Harry Anderson does. Something in John's stomach churns. Ridiculous fate for this facsimile of his friend is one thing, but Tavros... If things really are the way they seem, isn't he John's fault too? Did his reckless decision really author a child just for it to suffer? John finds himself feeling sick.
But you guys I don't know, hungry or whatever. I think I have a frozen pizza.
He brings them into the kitchen, which still has all of the old appliances from decades ago. The stand mixer, the automatic can opener, the milkshake frother. He never uses any of this junk. He clutters up the place, and he should have cleaned it all out long ago. He just kept coming up with excuses for why he had to leave it as it was. John's never been much of a drinker, but fortunately, Jake English is never found without a bottle these days. He's got a 40-year-old whiskey that he grabbed on his way out. Apparently his unwillingness to steal from Jane did not extend to the liquor cabinet. Tavros takes one look at the bottle in his father's hand.
Yeah, take everything.
Tavros takes one look at the bottle in his father's hand and heads upstairs. Maybe that's for the best. He's getting half a John to look straight at him.
I'm sorry for being, I don't know, a bitch. It's just been kind of a rough forever.
No offense taken, chap. Whiskey? As you may know, I'm not in truth the biggest fan of the stuff, but it gets the job done right quicker.
Oh, fuck off. Whiskey good. John accepts the offered
Well,
glass.
we know Jake has shit taste stuff, and let's not mince words.
True. Regardless of the existential status of this reality, the alcohol tastes just as harsh and bitter as he remembers. Jake swirls the rocks in his glass and looks queasy despite his proclamation of tolerance.
John, do you think I'm a bad person?
Yes. That's certainly not a question John ever expected to come out of Jake's mouth. He hadn't thought him capable of that degree of introspection.
Wait, what?
Do you think I've ruined my whole entire life and all of my relationships, and especially the most important relationship in one's life, the divine and unbreakable bond between a man and his son?
Not sure if I'm the best person to talk to about this, considering I kinda did the same thing. But... but no, I don't really think that. It's not as if anything that's happened to you is your fault, like, existentially. Or even, like, non-existentially. I guess even in straightforward non-metatextual jerk-off terms, it's also not your fault your wife was treating you like shit. Maybe
Oh, and he
my
got
fault.
raped. Oh no. I remember this now.
Yeah.
Oh my god, poor guy.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Maybe all my fault in both an existential and non-existential capacity, or wouldn't sweat it too much either way.
What do you mean?
I don't think you'd really understand. All I'm saying is, you're alright, I think. I think you're doing the best you can. I don't blame you for anything, Jake.
Jake grimaces. In the dim kitchen light, his 5 o'clock shadow looks like a bruise.
I wish I could tell you hearing that was a load off my mind, John. The me of yesteryear probably would have drunk to your health and exclaimed, "That's grand, old chap. Now I'm off to wrestle with a robot and engage in dalliances and whatnot." Except I would have been drinking flat cherry coke back then, probably. Gran left an astounding amount of cherry coke behind when she died, and it took forever to get through all.
That's pretty gross.
Different strokes for different folks, I suppose. Anyway, my point is, maybe you should blame me. Maybe I need someone to blame me, for once.
Huh?
I think I'm starting to realise that I've been going through life with the mindset that nothing has ever really been within my control. Maybe it's been the people I surround myself with. Janie always seemed so sure of what was right and what she wanted, and one of those things was me. I don't think I ever really tried to challenge her, not when it ever mattered. And for her, there was Dirk. Oof, boy, Dirk could have written me out an annotated schedule for every minute of my day if I'd asked him to, or especially if I hadn't asked him to. Dirk, he... maybe it's best if we don't dwell too much on that.
The two of them share a moment of obligatory silence for someone long dead and gone.
In a way, I think I found all that comforting. Have you ever wanted to let someone make the tough choices for you?
John wonders if everything being out of his control would make him feel better. Even if he wasn't presently stuck sucking on this bitter cosmic red pill, he can't imagine being particularly happy in this world state. Maybe it just would have made it all the more soul-crushing. Yeah, maybe it just would have made it all the more soul-crushing. Or maybe he's doing what Jake has always done. In a certain light, Isn't ascribing all this mess to some unconscious influence he might have had over the metaphysical shape of reality just a way to brush off his simpler failures as a man and father?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Starting to think I've been a bit of a fool about it all, though. It's easy to shrug it all off when it's just your own life being jostled about, but this is all something I should have been thinking about when old Tavi was born, isn't it? Too little too late. I've not done right by that boy at all. Even now, all I'm doing is making excuses for myself. Phew.
It's hard for John to disagree. Probably wouldn't do much good to say it, though. It's not like John wants to torture the guy. But the status of his realness attribute. Whatever the status of his realness attribute.
Jake, I guess I actually don't know you that well, but I think there's a difference between making excuses and just giving reasons. There's reasons for what you did, sure, and I guess you can think of it as an excuse, but that's only if you don't make the effort to start trying to fix yourself. I mean, okay, look, you left, you're doing it, you're making it happen. You got your son out of there. Better a decade late than never, I guess.
You're right, John. I did do that, didn't I? Nobody swooped in through the window and rescued me. I did it myself. I finally stood up for what's right, and I'm going to make way for a new and better me. I have my mortal life ahead of me. There's no point in sitting around hating myself and regretting the past.
John's mouth fucking up. John's mouth opens and closes dumbly. That's it.
I thought it would be harder to convince you.
Jake grins, and the effect is incendiary. It's brilliant. His glee is lighting up the room. It's literally lighting up the room. A faint but steady glow pulses from Jake's body, radiating like heat from a fire. John can't help but recoil a little, like a vampire in the sunlight. Wishes bitterly that it could be so easy for him, just to forget all his fears and regrets and forge forward with the honest, dumb conviction that if he just tries hard enough, all his problems could be chased away.
Wait, John, Gee Willikers, do you hear that?
Music swells out of nowhere. For a moment, John thinks the ridiculous noise is coming from Jake too, but he quickly pieces together that Tavares must have found the old record player upstairs. Jake sets his untouched glass of whiskey aside and starts tapping his fingertips on the kitchen countertop. His aura of hope pulsing brighter, then, with a dignified flourish, he raises his arm.
John.
Yeah?
Take my hand.
What? Why?
Jake snatches John's hand and pulls him in, catching him off guard. John floats, an instinctive reaction to when he's knocked off balance.
Dance with me.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is not the sort
John...
of jazz you dance to.
John forgot that he was in Candy for a second there. until it all
Oh,
became a bit
fucking
too
hell.
easy.
Oh, Christ, it's gone stupid again. Help. Somebody,
I
please.
quite enjoy when we have these really introspective moments. It's quite fun.
Yeah,
It's not
I
the
do
sort
think
of jazz you
this
want.
moment is somewhat reminiscent of the writing Homestuck real life as gay ass fan fiction thing, except presumably on a platonic level because these two aren't, biologically father and son. But still, the resemblance is there. There's a vague resemblance to it.
Look at me, I'm old and I'm happy.
This is not the sort of jazz you dance to. And it's definitely not the sort of jazz you waltz to. Oh! I just realised what you were talking about. The thing at the fire, the campfire that I wrote. That was alright. I thought that was actually alright writing.
No,
John
wasn't.
is...
Don't get me wrong. It was.
We're just saying it's reminiscent of the tone of it.
Yeah. This is the shit version of it.
John isn't sure that there is
Not the t-shirts, but still.
There is that type of jazz. Jake leads relentlessly, but it's the glow of his ridiculous god-tier magic that brings John down enough for his feet to touch the ground. Whether John wants to or not, there's something inescapably infectious about Jake's senselessly optimistic energy. If they do end up stepping on each other's feet, gambling around like newborn giraffes, who cares? There's no harm in a little dancing.
I'm excited, John. I haven't been excited in such a long time. It's just so great to be out on my own, here with you after so long. You and me and Tav, gosh, we're going to make such a team. 2 crockers and an Egbert. Cracking good comedy, to be sure. Heck, perhaps I'll take back my good old names back. Maybe Tav would want to be in English too. This place is a bit smaller than we Tavi is used to, but I'm sure we'll make do.
You wanna move in with me?
Oh yes, I suppose I'll run the plans by you first before letting my imagination run wild, eh? I'm sure I could find somewhere else to stay, but I must say I do feel much safer bringing Tav up with family.
Jake launches into a real
There's a sitcom
doozy
about
of
some
a
shit similar to this.
Hartman, which John supposes may well have knocked the last of his sense out of him.
Sure, why the hell not?
Jake gives John a twirl, which sends him spinning across the floor in his socks. He stumbles and falls over, which is a bit of a comical display with his windy reflexes. Makes Jake laugh uproariously. Being flung from Jake's orbit of hope and change is a little like being dashed with a bucket of ice water, though. All of John's gloom and malaise surges back to the floor, like air filling a vacuum. He feels hungover.
Oof.
John lies immobile on the floor tile. Jake draws up to look down at him in confusion, striking a pose that is both dazzlingly model-esque and doubtlessly completely unintentional.
What are you looking so glum on the floor there, chap?
Oh, you know, the usual.
Do you need help getting up?
Nah, I'm cool down here, on the floor.
You know, John, maybe we'd all embark upon this journey of self-betterment together. What do you say, my boy?
What?
I got my Tavi out. Have you been thinking about making amends with Roxy and such? Maybe give her the push she needs to get herself out.
Not really.
And why the hell not?
Like I said, you wouldn't really understand. I don't think there's really much of a point in me trying to talk to Roxy. She's not...
You're not what?
John hauls himself up to his feet and moves to the living room. Jake follows, but John now ensures there is a healthy enough physical distance between himself and Jake's black hole of psychic optimism.
You can't rightly go and blame the woman for all your troubles, John.
I'm not blaming her at all.
Then what are you saying, Johnny boy?
Johnny boy!
John sighs and drops down onto the couch. He stretches out so Jake can't take the seat beside him.
Even if I could talk to her and try to set things straight, why bother? She may not even be, like, real, strictly speaking.
Eh?
Mason, did you do the line? It cut out.
Yeah, I did.
Ah. Oh well. Like I said, you wouldn't understand. Trust me, it's all a whole lot of crazy stuff.
Right, that is an awfully crazy thing to say. Not real. I just saw Roxy yesterday. She's as solid and real a person as you or I, John. It's hardly becoming of a man to say something so dismissive, even if it's tough to know what a lady is thinking from time to time.
I'm not...
I like that he's just a huge, like, cockroach, but he's actually, like, a really nice guy.
Yeah.
It is slightly endearing.
Yeah.
Like, he should kill himself and I hate you, but...
But
You're
you are
right.
kind of chill with it.
You're like, I do hate you. Like, just,
You're such
just
a nice
shut
guy.
up.
Kill yourself.
Yeah, like, genuinely, it's just like, you're a real one,
Please
G.
die.
Oh my
you
god,
gotta
you're the
die.
best. I hate you.
Like, I wish, yeah, exactly. As far as
You're
it
so
goes...
cool and chill and nice, and I'm gonna throw you in a wood chipper.
Yeah.
Anyway. I got the John lines here. We're at, here.
Yeah, I said, what's that now?
Ah. I fucked up too bad, too long ago. Just too late to change anything now.
So what?
Huh?
So what if it doesn't change anything? Won't it matter to your family to see you care? Won't it make you feel better to try, to at least be able to say that when the chips were down, you gave it your honest all? What about Harry Anderson? Do you really want to go the rest of your long life knowing you never tried to be the father your son needed?
Hearing that name is like a blow to the chest. Little Harry Anderson, his son, who he held, fed and taught and raised into a young man. Despite it all, he's been so unbelievably proud of that boy. God, if Roxy isn't real, his son must be even faker. Something about that thought makes John feel more wrong than anything else. Maybe it's some aspect of his basic biology buried down at the core of his lizard brain that makes him want to reject what he knows is true. The allure of denial, the anesthetic of hope radiating from Jake's epically sculpted body. It's difficult to turn away from.
Now, where, Johnny? Are you crying?
Jake, do you have Roxy's number?
Right. Seems like a good place to leave it.
Yeah, it seems like a good place to stop. On page 37 here.
Oh my god, I pray we're almost done.
Jesus H. Christ, there's a lot of Vriska back and forth.
That's a lot of Vriska.
Saving game.
Alright, we are going to have to give someone else the other voice.
Oh, absolutely.
How many pages did you say this one was?
It's either 41 or it's somewhere in the 40s. So we are going to be done with Candy by the end of 2025. Unless we go really, really fucking slow through December.
Which I don't think we will.
It's basically, even if we go with a slightly slower pace than we already have, we should be done by the time December's out. And if we go a bit fast, and it's the shorter one, we might be done next episode.
Wow.
We are, well, with Candy. Then we're going over to me, of course, and that'll take another few months.
Yeah.
I must say, generally, this is not great, but it does really like it. That when they lock in, you know, when they care, when they give it a go.
When I said last page about that being the shit version of the Real Arthur Gay-ass fanfiction, I'm being facetious. I do think you did it better, but it's like, I don't think it's as wide a gap as I was saying. I think that was still pretty good. Still, at the very bare minimum, passable.
There's, like, glints of, like, actual decent writing in here.
Yeah.
At times.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is...
I think it's
mired in decisions that just make me upset.
I think the core thing is, it's technically well written, but the things that happen in it make me not happy about reading it, you know?
I don't think it's... I think actually the opposite. Technically,
it's technically functional.
Technically, a lot of the time, the language is really, really, like, overly dense and kind of meandering, and they put points in a way that is, like, non-intuitive. It makes it a little more difficult to read, but the content is also AIDS and like ass, and you're like rude to the audience by design and choice. That is kind of what we're in. We're in the I hate you all route, where they go fuck you. Everything is fanon and stupid. And that is by design, which is, alright. It's not my personal favourite, but it makes for some interesting stuff. But these points where they have that introspection about what is real, or these real, like these proper character moments where, I mean, most of the time it's John. It's very much a John character study, really, this whole thing, and this idea of what depression does to a person. That is written well. That is approached in an intelligent and quite genuinely excellent manner.
Yeah, I think that the John depression character study, genuinely brilliant. It's really the stuff that's happening around that it's like every so often, and by every so often I mean usually at least once an episode, it'll be, okay, things are happening.
Yeah, well, I think it's the necessity, or rather, it's the the vessel by which they're telling this story of apathetic pointlessness. I'm not saying I think this is the best way to have done it, but
No,
I
certainly
think
not, yeah.
the thing the author is going for is by inducing an apathy and a distaste in us, the audience, we are able to much more easily relate to John, a fictional, not real person, having an idea of something being fictional and not real. Because we're like, there was the real, which is where John's from, the us, which... Because in a way, it's difficult to sympathise with a story character saying, none of this is real, none of it matters. Bro,
Like,
you're on a
yeah.
page.
Motherfucker,
Yeah.
you are already
Bro, you
fiction,
are.
we know that. But it's like dissociating the universe from the version of it that we know and making it seem more...
Making that shit
you know, words
straight
good.
ass.
Explain thing no good, but the point I'm making is not a bad way to go about it, just I think sometimes, you know, maybe you didn't have to write some of this. Maybe,
Yeah,
like,
well, no, I think it's...
Maybe you
Yeah.
didn't
like
have
some
to write
elements of this
Gatsby
maybe
into
should have been
existence.
taken out in an extra draft.
Yeah, I think, like, the mocking
Glad the
of...
clown's dead, but
I think it's the
Yeah.
mocking of, like, fan fiction culture that comes off... A lot of it comes off as quite crass and brash, and it doesn't land well. I'm not even a part of fan fiction culture, but I'm like... You know... It's just like, you just don't need to be an asshole.
The way
You
this
don't-
this
yeah.
sort of like goes about it, it's got a stink to it.
It's that Stephen Moffat air of superiority above your audience. That's
Yeah.
not good. So that's what I talked about last week. You're not above your audience. So, but yeah, long story short, I think the way they attempted to dissociate us from the story could have been done better, but the idea of providing a nonsensical, pointless narrative to give us this real perspective of a dissociated and depressed other character it's quite actually brilliant from a narrative perspective. I'm very impressed.
Certainly. Jim,
Right, we need to
any
do the,
other thoughts?
Oh yeah.
I'm glad the clown's dead. As I said before.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck that.
Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I just hope you don't come back.
Yeah, I'm fingers crossed, I'm
Yeah,
hoping and
I
praying.
would rather like it if you didn't.
I
Fingers crossed, I'm hoping and
feel
praying he's
like
gone for good.
I feel like unfortunately he's probably gonna be in Neat somehow.
Oh no, I don't mind if he's in meat. I just hope he doesn't get like revived. In camp.
I hope.
Oh,
it's
in
really
this?
like,
Yeah, I don't,
it's
because
really
like the only
if
question
Gamzee's in
is
meat-
now is
That's fine.
if Gamzee's in meat, something
gonna hate
different
him.
will probably be done with that guy.
yeah,
No?
because
If
like
Gamzee's in meat, something
I
different will
thought
happen.
this
If this Gamzee
because
comes
I thought
back,
this
I will
Gamzee
be
was
sad.
gonna be because I thought this Gamzee was gonna be the guy who lives till like getting into somehow fucking getting into Caliborn's session,
Hmm.
but evidently not. So I assume that's gonna get answered in Meat then.
Hmm.
Because, like, I'm still like, how the fuck are there two Gamzees?
Yeah. How the fuck did Gamzee fucking get there?
I
Yeah.
never really cared enough to ask that question. Actually, that's very interesting. I just kind of
I'll be
accepted
honest,
because
Alpha,
that really makes
you
me
not
laugh.
having cared to ask that question makes sense.
Yeah.
That's quite
adds
amusing.
up for you.
No, yeah, it's I like. Hey, don't get me wrong, you know, but it's just I never even questioned it. Actually, when Gamzee turned up for a second time, I just went, yep.
I mean, that is also a fair reaction.
Guess
It
we're
is
making two of them
Gamzee.
now. Guess
It
we
is
making
Gamzee.
squares now.
Yeah, because the thing about the cherubs is that they exist on an Earth that's like years into the future. I don't know which Earth it is.
It
Like
is
Earth-
Earthsea.
Yeah,
It's confirmed Earth C?
I think
Okay.
it was confirmed Earth C. And it's like,
Because it had
we're
the
not
meteor
talking
on
just
it.
years, we're talking billions of years into the future. The fucking sun's dying.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And like, it was like, why is Gamzee?
How is Gamzee here?
How is he here?
Maybe they will rest him in candy then. Who knows?
Ugh, I'm praying.
God, I pray the answer is no. Please. Please don't let it happen, please.
Alright.
Anyway, I think it's time for the outro. If you like this video,
Yep.
hit that like button. If you very much like this and want to see more like it, hit that subscribe button. You can watch more. We upload episodes of Reading Homestuck every Monday or Tuesday, depending on the time zone, and we upload other things on Thursdays or Fridays, again, depending on our time zone. Other things like Lancer. This time, it actually, for real, definitely for real, is the final episode of Mission 1, even though I think we've said that for the last 4 episodes, but it is actually the end this time. The thrilling conclusion. And I think thrilling is a word I use for it.
Episode 1 of Lancer. Part 3, the final season. The movie Part 2.
Featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
And Knuckles. But yes, you can check that out. Once Lancer's ended, I'm thinking we're going to go back to Diggin' Rimper and finish up chapter 4. For that. So that'll be fun. And that, I think, will basically fill up the last of the year. So you can look forward to those. You can also follow me on Tumblr and on Blue Sky. I post things in those places sometimes. Not all too often, if I'm honest. Usually it's reblogs on Tumblr. But you can also send me ask, send me DM, send me whatsoever you choose. YouTube does sometimes eat your comments, which is very frustrating for all involved. So if you want to send me something and YouTube says you can't, you can send it to me in those places. You can also follow June on Tumblr, Blue Sky, and on Instagram. June.
Yeah, you can follow me in those places. Stuff sometimes happens. I'm gonna be at MCM Birmingham this weekend.
Oh, exciting.
Thing comes out. So, content on the Instagram.
Content!
It's coming.
Woo!
Coming!
There's a JoJo's shoot I'm doing for some friends. So
Hell yeah!
content.
Content!
Just hit him with the Mr. Beast, but it's like
Content! Yeah, no, it's exciting.
content.
Instagram! Anyway. And you can also follow Arthur on Twitch. Arthur.
Yes,
Speaking of Deltarune reference.
I stream on Twitch. I'm currently streaming Deltarune, the weird route. I think my next stream's going to be Tuesday, so that will be the day after this comes out. 6:30, I'm going to say, is my. I either stream at 6:30 or 8 PM GMT, so I stream at twitch.tv/PENNEDRAIG. That's Pendraig. Yeah, it's some good fun. I'm streaming the end of the weird route, hopefully, for Deltarune Chapter 4, and then I'm gonna do like a quick speed run of the good route again, just getting all the eggs and making sure I do everything, and probably doing some challenges for the bosses and stuff like that. And
Fun time.
maybe after that I'll do Ni no Kuni, or I actually don't know. I might do Dark Souls. I will play
Ooh,
Dark
do Dark
Souls.
Souls. That'd be fun to
I'll do
watch.
Dark Souls. I'll play Dark Souls. You're gonna anyone? I have very intriguing Dark Souls playstyle, which I'll have to posit at the start of every stream. But God
Honestly,
made the Dark Souls player with 2 buttons: dodge and swing. I am that
third
player.
button.
No.
Fair enough.
There ain't nothing. It's dodge and swing and heal. There ain't no consumables. I never used them. Skills, not for me. I dodge and I
Dark
swing,
Souls 1
and I
has
die.
skills? I
Some you've like some shit, but
I
I'll
thought
do
it's
Dark
just
Souls.
like tied. I
The
thought it's just
caveman
unique.
play style.
Like
I'm going
heavy
to
attack.
go at
yeah.
the thing, and then I'm going to hit
But
the
anyway.
thing, and then I'm going to hit the thing
Going
again,
to
and I'm going to
fucking
try not
kill
to.
you.
Magic,
Yeah.
never heard of her.
Fully Arthur's playstyle in Dark Souls is I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Yeah. I'll probably play Dark Souls 1. I'll maybe play Dark Souls 2. I like that game. It's not good.
Yeah.
I'll probably play Dark Souls 3, and then maybe we'll just do like a Dark Souls run through.
Dark
Maybe
Souls.
try. I don't know any of the speedrun texts, and I'm not good enough to speedrun them. But I don't want to do like a get everything playthrough. I'll try just play through them and like
Yeah, I hear
do
you.
it in
I've got to
a
go, guys.
reasonable speed. Okay, all right.
Well, I guess
Had
we're
fun.
skipping the. I guess we're skipping
hope
the
you
Mason
hope you enjoyed the
thoughts.
episode. We like making it. We hope you enjoy watching it. I gotta go. Bye.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
Bye, Mason.
And that's the end of the video.
Bye.
So a very hurried outro.
yeah,
Bye.